If you don't get wet, I might get wet. And I wouldn't stand in a place talking to you if there's holes in here. So we need to do what? We need to be aware there's something called Taghut. What is Taghut? Taghut is any human force, any human personality in the form of mother or father, or husband or wife, or grandmother or grandfather or uncle or aunt, or scholars, or leaders, or led, or friends or relatives, or associates, or members of jama'at and jam'iyat. Taghut is any human being who encourages turning away from the book of Allah and taking as standards and values and principles the teachings of culture and tradition and the opinions of individuals where they are diametrically opposed to divine guidance. And we are a stubborn people. It's not that we do not have examples of the past that we should benefit from. But we are a very stubborn people. We are cultural first. We are deep down in the stupor of our culture. We worship our country that we come from. We worship it. You can see the average man and woman from the culture they have come. They miss their culture so badly that in Canada they build houses called masjids and they conduct the same stagnated culture in these masjids and these institutions. Pakistanis will bring Pakistani scholars because they want to hear the same thing. Guyanese will bring Guyanese scholar because they want to hear the same thing. Arabs will bring Arab scholar because they want to hear the same thing. Do we really believe that Pakistani society is a society worthwhile following? Do we really believe that Guyanese society is a society worthwhile following? Do we really believe that Arab society is a society worthwhile following? Then why do we choose people to lead us because they're Arabs? Or because they're Guyanese? Or Pakistanis? Or Bangladeshis? Or Canadians? Or any other citizens? We need to choose people to lead us if our aspiration and our goal is loftiness. We should get people who have those skills and who can demonstrate them. Because we are students too. And we will not go down blindly following any individual. We had enough of hell on earth already. I don't want to make the rest of my life a life of hell. The Qur'an tells us, and I want to share this verse with you. I hope many of you take time off after this khutbah to think of what was said here. Not to find fault. That's a different issue. Become a student of the language, become a student of the Qur'an, become a student of life, and we can always sit down in a classroom and talk. I'm willing to share these thoughts with anybody. But I hope you take time off to sit with your families. Because this is certainly one place that is quite different from the rest of places in this society. That you know, we are talking to the human intellect when you come here. And none of us is exempted. I am not exempted, and you are not exempted. So the Qur'an tells us in chapter 4, verse 60. أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ يَزْعَمُونَ أَنَّهُمْ آمَنُوا بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ. It is addressing the beloved Prophet. And this includes us. Because you will see the subject matter is about us. That's the beauty about the Qur'an. The Qur'an doesn't talk about Christian and Jews. That's the mistake with the Muslims. They feel the Qur'an is talking about Jews and Christians. Look how bad they were. We are holy people. We are good people. The reason of giving examples of others was fundamentally so that those around the Prophet would not fail to benefit from it. And you and I will not walk past it as deaf, dumb and blind. But will understand it is applicable to us if we fail to benefit from the examples of those around us and before us. So the verse says, Alam tara, O Prophet, this is addressing the Prophet, Alam tara illa alladhina yaz'amuna, don't you observe? He cannot see them. The word tara doesn't mean that to see with the naked eye. That's a literal meaning. But in the language it means, haven't you realized? أَلَمْ تَرَ إِلَى الَّذِينَ يَزْعُمُونَ أَنَّهُمْ آمَنُوا بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِنْ قَبْلِكَ. Don't you see those who profess and assume and assert and think that they really have developed Iman with what has been revealed to you and what was revealed before you? Aren't the Muslims, aren't we the community who claim this? If you ask the average Muslim, I believe in what was revealed to, I believe in what was revealed to Prophet Mohamed. And I believe in what was revealed before him. Ask the average Muslim. But here's the Qur'an telling us, even though we say that, this is what is being done after that. يُرِيدُونَ أَن يَتَحَاكَمُوا إِلَى الطَّاغُوتِ. After saying these lofty statements and articles of what is known to the Muslims as faith, we still, in spite of saying that we have no doubt about what has been given to the Prophet Muhammad and before him, we still go to Taghut to give us opinions. Who is Taghut? Taghut is any human being who advises us, who establishes judgment, who establishes values, who establishes principles that don't come from the book of Allah. And the Muslim world is filled with it. The Muslim world is filled with it. That's why the Muslims in the Muslim countries and wherever they follow those concepts are in a mess. Are in a total mess. Mentally, they're in a mess. Because their brains can't deal with the book of God. Although God told them, this Qur'an is revealed to you to use your brains and to become brainier. They say, no. But we use brains for everything. We use brains for everything. We use intellect for everything. But we don't use intellect to understand guidance. And that is why most of us have rings in our noses and being pulled by different taghut in different directions. And I'll give you one example based on the verse before this that I quoted. In many Muslim countries is the idea that has been swallowed by the Muslim masses. And you can see it very, very evident in Pakistan and Afghanistan. But it's something that the average Muslim, unless he's guided, has swallowed it. That you have to kill anybody. You have to do what? You have to kill anybody. You have to slaughter anybody who turns away from, let me put it this way, in their idea, the religion of Islam. And they have fatwa. They have fatwa from their taghut, from their human leaders, that make them go and kill people because they think it is a virtue to kill other human beings because they have abandoned Islam.